So this went from me asking you guys some really simple updates I should make in the playroom to me literally ripping out the hardwoods and feeling like I have to start from scratch and making the boldest design decisions I have ever made. So today I'm going to share the progress that we've made in this project and also have you guys help me make design boards and make the final decisions for this room and actually pull this off. I mean, can I pull it off? So recently in a home tour, we toured Ginger Curtis, their Urbanology cottage, which she is HGTV's Designer of the Year. And actually this project won Most Dramatic Before and After in the HGTV Design Awards. And so, I mean, her advice is valid, right? We should trust her because, I mean, the accolades there. So one thing that she said was,
when something is done well, the things that you can get away with, you would not believe. Now, the challenge is really, it's the execution, like doing it so intentionally, so thoughtfully. It is a challenge, but it's possible.
And you can see, I mean, she did some crazy bold things in that kitchen. I mean, they mixed green wallpaper with like a plum paint. I mean, it was super bold. She did a lot of dark and moody, just really well done. And so I feel like I am making some really bold decisions here, but if I commit to it, if I really go for it, if I make the plan, then I can do it. But more than that, I'm not trying to pull it off. You know, I'm really trying to commit to my own style because everyone has their own preferences. Everyone has what, you know, makes their heart sing the most. And for me, I really wanted to do like green and this earthy, and I wanted it to feel that modern cottage. That was what excited me the most. So when I had to rip out the hardwoods, I was sad because I did love the room. I had loved the wallpaper. I had loved everything I did, but I took it as an opportunity to go all in with what, you know, really made my heart the most happy. So let's go see what I committed to. I love it already, but I can tell that many people are going to be unsure about my design decisions simply because I texted a few friends that typically I bounce design ideas off of, and they are nervous. And so, but I will say some people that I really trust are very excited and have helped me commit to these decisions. In the original video that we took of this room, I had you guys voting on the wall color before we knew we needed to tear out the hardwoods. I had you voting, should we go dark and moody or just keep it white? Many people said keep it white because they felt like with the wallpaper, which the wallpaper has been the most popular thing in the room since we initially updated that. But I knew it needed like a contrast, something. And so I was excited to go darker. When I went to Sherwin-Williams, I actually picked a bunch of paint chips and put them up to the tile. Most of the time that doesn't actually work for me. Most of the time the paint chips don't show up on the wall. When I put the samples on the wall, they look drastically different than the original paint chips. This one actually was very accurate. So we put some samples on the wall, and that I think it's called, is it Centennial Gray, which it's green. I don't know why they call it gray, but put it on the wall. I decided to paint the trim, all the doors, and the ceiling, all this green. It almost looks color matched to the tile, which I love. I love that look so much. It's kind of that color drenched vibe we're seeing everybody doing, where they're doing all the trim, all the ceiling, all the doors, everything. So one thing that had me really nervous when I was doing this room was, are these elements going to blend and enhance the wallpaper that I already loved? This was my favorite feature in the room, and really these main areas in general. You can see it from my living room. So I wanted the trim and all that color to make it pop, not enhance it. You know what I'm saying? So when I walked in and the painters were painting, and I saw the trim against the wallpaper, it was like heaven opened up, and I was so excited to see how stinking good it looked. So now, to pull this all off, that you might be thinking, girl, this is not gonna work. So just wait. When I add everything, I think even the people that aren't so sure are going to find something that they can appreciate about this room. So the first detail has already come together, and it is my little art rail that I have put together over here. And that brings us to today's video sponsor, which is Desenio. So I'm so excited. Let's move the camera so I can show you what we've put together. I knew I wanted some bold, fun prints. So when I looked at Desenio and I saw their collections, I knew it was going to be the winner for this project. What I love about Desenio is they have great art selections and frames at an affordable price. I mean, so many of these are exclusives. You can only get them on the Desenio website, but they make it super easy. So if putting together gallery walls or selecting your art is overwhelming, they get it done for you. So one of my favorite tools on their website is their gallery wall tool. You simply select how many frames you want, kind of gives you the idea of how these will look together. So for me, I really loved the Lone Fox collection. It just adds a lot of whimsy, but also sophistication in the room with the dog, the fox. It has that little etched floral and then an abstract. So it's an eclectic mix, but still very cohesive. And they've done a great job at putting together these galleries that are pre-selected for you. So you can just go look through what they have and buy them without worry, will this go together? And it comes all together. You can put them in the frames. I love this dark wood that I have here. So Desenio ships to countries worldwide and in the United States 2 to 4 days. So even though this project feels like it's dragging on, getting these art prints up and styled has me motivated to keep going in the project. And it was so easy to order, so easy to select. You can use my code FarmhouseLiving for 45% off art prints and 10% off frames. I cannot wait to see what you guys select. And now it's time to choose the last final details to pull this room together. Okay, so yesterday I started this video and then my kids came home from school.
And it's over.
It's over for the day when that happens. But the benefited, you guys get really upset with me when my mom's not in the video. So today we're going to finish the final planning process for the playroom by making a design board and wrapping up like the details, because the details are what's going to make this thing, what's going to make it work. I'm hoping even if this isn't your style, this encourages you to fully embrace your style, just like what
makes you happy. And also, I will say that tile choice, it could go multiple ways. Like you have it very warm and cottagey, but you could make it a contemporary or more modern flair.
And that's why, so like Jenny Rickerson, their house, they have the checkerboard tile with the terracotta color in their boys', it's really a Jack and Jill between the guest bedroom and their son's room. That has a little bit of a mid-century kind of vibe and definitely more modern. And I was very inspired by that, but that was also not where I was going. Whereas like the checkerboard and Jean Stepper, definitely more cottage, but I also want a little bit of a different spin there because I need more whimsy because it's a playroom. But I also want, if I did sell the house, someone to be like, wow, that's a center. So
it was a lot, y'all.
We're going to make a design board together. I've already started it for this space, but I'm also going to, my hope is that this would be conversational and enjoyable to watch, but also educational if you hope to make a design board. So I'm going to give those tips. We use Canva. A lot of people use softwares like Photoshop, but Canva is a lot more beginner friendly.
If I can do it,
yeah, I was
anyone can do it.
Even mom can do it. What I'll do is I'll link some templates that I have here so you don't even have to worry about like sizing your board right or anything like that. And so I'll link those in the description. in cards and in comments, because a lot of times people ask me, where's the link? And I'm just going to link it everywhere. The foundations of this room are the wall paint color, which is also the trim color, the door color.
Color drenching. That's what
it's called.
it's called.
The wallpaper, which is very bold, which is one of the reasons why my choices felt so scary, because I didn't want to not love my wallpaper, because I just have loved it this whole time. And then,
And by the way, when you color drench,
when you color drench,
you want to paint the trim and the walls in different sheens so that it's all one color, but it does pop a little bit, the actual trim from the wall.
so the first thing I did choose was this scalloped rug. Yeah. And so I found it originally on Pottery Barn. I would say it's out of budget from Pottery Barn, but then I did a little Google image search situation and found it on Amazon.
Can you tell people how to do that?
I will, yes. I mean, basically what you do is you go to Google, I search Google image search, and then it takes you there. You then search by image, you upload the image, and it will give you many options. So budget's tight because...
How much is the rug?
Well, no, this rug is like a couple $100.
Well, okay.
But I'm saying my whole point is budget's tight because this was not a planned project. So I'm trying to be as
budget friendly as possible.
What are your feelings on chandeliers?
So the reason is that it's a small fan that's really a basket lantern chandelier, and so you don't notice it, because I'm not a fan of chandeliers. And I am a fan of this chandelier though, because it gets hot in that room, and this way you can use it and not know it's a fan, and because the basket actually covers it.
So when you pull in this, or when I pull in this light fixture, when it uploads, it has this background, which is not as, it doesn't totally make the board as exciting. So one paid feature on Canva, you don't have to pay for this, but if you wanted to, is it automatically removes the background, which I think is super cool. Look how nice that looks.
Beautiful.
So it goes with the jute rug, but also goes, but I definitely don't want it to be, like, I don't mind like a slight boho vibe, but I don't want it to be, like, that could work.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like something like that. Swing arm floor lamp. Let me do some. Swing arm floor lamp. The hardest thing about making a design board is when you don't really know what to call something. So like right here, this is a great example. This visual comfort one is the best option for this space. It is beautiful. I'll throw it on the design board so that you can see how perfect it is. It's literally the vibe. Okay, let's do this. And if someone wants to give me $1,100 to buy this lamp for my children's playroom, they can. But because no one's offered at this moment in time,
I'm not going to offer that.
we're going to have to find some sort of dupe for this.
It really is the perfect light.
It's so good.
Why?
Well, that
Why,
always happens
people?
to us. Yeah, we find something and we're like, what in the world? Look how nice this looks, like on this. And imagine there's gonna be I'm gonna find a round table. The chairs are rattan. I'm kind of thinking, are the rattan chairs gonna be too much? Like with the jute, the rattan,
We'll just have to pop it on and
we'll have
see.
to pop it off. Pop it on and see. Okay, so everything we find, like if you want to buy a $1,100 lamp, I'm literally not going to judge you. It's so freaking cute. It's all going to be linked on the blog.
Yeah.
So
But I will say, I like when I find things that are almost the same for
Yes.
much less money. And
So
and are you the type of person that always finds the most expensive thing?
we gravitate towards literally if it's so expensive.
If we walk into a store, we literally like somehow we beeline to
Yeah.
the most expensive thing in the store. It's crazy.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this. So there's two ways to do this. First, the most effective way for me so far has been Pinterest. So you're going to go to Pinterest and you're going to create a pin. And at this point, you really do need, if you're making a design board for your room, you need to have a Pinterest board to save things. And I would go ahead and save the link on there so that you don't lose it. And so here I'm going to put playroom. So I'm going to save this item. And then it's going to say see pin now. So when you go there, it pulled up and it's going to give you options. So we have a McGee & Co option. Probably $1,400. Lamps are so expensive.
What in the world?
Okay, we have this one, $191. Like, I know lamps are expensive, but $191.
And I actually kind of like the
It looks a little bit
ornate
more vintage.
I kind of like that.
Okay, so that's an option. I think actually the same one, $149, and it's on. There's Bellacore. So this, I like when it starts pulling up shopping links so that you can see the price. So you can be like, okay, I'm not willing to spend $600 on a lamp. And sometimes lamps are worth the investment, but in this particular room, so you can see there are many, many options. But I really like this Lamps Plus option too. What do you think about this Lamps Plus one?
Love it.
You do?
I really do. I mean, we could change the shade.
Yeah.
I actually like that best. And we could change the shade.
I don't actually hate this shade. I get what you're saying about like a vintage shade. Like we went estate sailing with Stephanie and she collects lampshades when she's out, and changing out the lampshade on a new fixture makes your new fixtures look old. I mean, old in the right way. So my biggest predicament in the moment is let me go back here real quick. So I'm going to pull up my old design board for this playroom. This was my old furniture, which was very functional. Okay, so these two cabinets, very functional for my children's toys.
You could still use those.
I think I could do the cabinets. Definitely can't do the coffee table.
No, the coffee table has to go. So could you pop on the one Jenny Rickerson with the little chairs and just let me see?
So which one do you want me to do?
Well, the one that you said would work, the taller one.
Okay.
And we could actually cut the legs down if it's too tall.
It's not going to be too tall.
Okay.
But in this moment, I feel like it's going to be hard to tell if it's going to go. So I would do a little Google image search. And I'm going to see because I actually think this is an old World Market table. Let's see if I can find a better.
Nope.
Because once we find the coffee table and we do the table, like we're done and we'll be able to see. I think, this Cherish one. That actually is probably the vibe. I need to find something like this Cherish table.
Okay, pop it on. How much is the Cherish one?
It's just $5,000.
Oh, $5,000.
So they
Antique, large, rustic, farm table.
Yeah, it's not even a coffee table. Okay, but that's the look. So Mom, when she does stuff like this, she's always in a rush.
No, I just get excited.
Oh man, if I could find something like that with.
But we're going to Round Top, so we could.
I know, but again, budget. I'm worried if I found something like this. I just really like the drawers at the end.
I feel like you should pop it on there and we should look around top.
Okay. So that's definitely a thing too. If you find something and it's like the inspiration, but it doesn't exist in your
real
life, you can treasure hunt. So when you go and you go estate sailing or you go antique shopping or whatever, you're more effective because you're intentionally looking for something. You know, you're not just like hoping to stumble upon something. Nothing wrong with stumbling upon, but you get what I'm saying.
But this particular item is going to really make the room feel collected and amazing.
So I think the previous layout that I had in the room probably is the best layout for the room with the coffee table in the middle, because one of my biggest layout issues in that room is there's quite literally 5 doors. There's the garage door, 1 door to the outside to the front, 1 door to the outside to the back, and then a door to the kitchen and a door to the
Front
living room.
living room. It's door on door on door.
So one thing that we can do, or one thing that I wanted to do, was like put a little love seat or some sort of seating like that was comfortable in there. And it's just hard because there's so many doors.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love to find a...
That is the table.
Yeah, I don't love that. Sometimes when you are making design boards, you got to take it a little bit with a grain of salt, because like this table looks all like tipsy-turvy because of the...
There you go.
It still looks kind of crazy because of the angle that it was shot at, but you still get the idea that it looks great.
Where's the chairs?
Well, they're white kids' chairs. This is actually exactly the chairs.
That's it.
And wow, they're $360. And
Whoa.
and Stephanie found these for me for $9 for the pair at an estate sale. That's why estate sales, yeah.
Or friends that shop estate sales.
Well, if you get into estate sales, get your friends into estate sales, so then everyone doesn't have to be a slave to going to estate sales all the time, but you can do it at your leisure, and then when someone finds something, they know, like, because Stephanie clearly didn't have any reason to do these chairs anywhere in her own home, but she knew that this would look really cute in the playroom, and so she FaceTimed me. I thought she was trying to tell me I need these for my dining room table because I thought they were big chairs. But what she showed me when she sent me these, the inspiration, which Instagram is just loaded with inspiration.
You need to make them smaller because they are small. There you go. There you go.
It looks too small. But you get the scale is not the goal here. We're not trying to make it.
I want real reality. So,
well,
the reality is those look like adult-sized chairs, and I want to look at it as if it were really what it's going to be.
Okay. And I wonder then if I put like either a love seat or like some sort of like upholstered bench or like, you know, something like that against the windows, since we don't use the door at the front, if that would go and we could do some like cool fabric or something.
Sure. Maybe so. I think we have to do this and then see if we have the room.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So what chair are you putting in the corner by the lamp?
Remember, we are doing a round table. I think maybe a round black table or a round white table. And we're doing the rattan chairs around it. And it's going to be...
Yes. I remember now. Okay.
Okay. The one thing sometimes when you're doing this, it might be beneficial, especially like a room like this, to kind of break it up. So like I'm going to duplicate this board and kind of style that one area to kind of see it all together without it feeling jammed. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever do that? Like make 2 sections?
Nope, never do. I just jam it on one board.
It's just hard to see then, you
Yeah.
know, like.
But I want to feel what it's all together.
Well, I'll
going
do
to look
both.
like.
Sometimes I'll do like one and then the next, you know? Okay, so now I'm looking for a small, do you think white table
No.
or black
don't
or wood?
I don't know. Put the chairs on.
Okay. So the best thing I could have done is I would have taken pictures of the rattan chair and just popped it on here. But because I didn't, I'm going to find something similar on Google. There. You think that's close?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, that's very close.
Okay.
You could also add some really fun pillows for warmth.
It's funny. After I make design boards, I always have like 100 screenshots on my computer. I always like need to remember to delete all the. You don't delete. You just leave it all on there forever.
Until it's really crazy, and then I delete after some time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of the things that Shelby just did that was really helpful is she duplicated what she already made, one chair, she duplicated it, and then she reversed the image so that it was facing the opposite direction. So the chairs were actually facing one another.
Yeah, so when you highlight the image, you just click flip horizontal, and that will allow it to where it kind of gives a variety. So I actually have 4 of these chairs, but I think that might look crazy on the board.
I do too.
Recently, I made a few AI design examples, and they went viral on Pinterest. And I wasn't really trying to like make designs. I was really just trying to get some kitchen inspiration because I wasn't finding what I want. So I wrote down some AI prompts, which I will have in a blog post and I'll link it. But what I'm going to type is envision a sunroom with green and white or green and cream checkerboard floors, rattan chairs, and round table with lamp. And then I put,
do you like the white or do you like this color? Pink or white?
I don't know. I think the pink you could do something bold, but I'm also scared.
Don't be scared. We can just pop it on and pop it off. See, that's the good news about making a design board is that you're not married to these things.
And the price on this is not too bad. Do you think this is big enough?
Yeah, I don't think you want like a really big.
No, but I wanted it big enough that we could like play a game on it.
Oh.
Like maybe put like a checkerboard. Like kind of like that table that Stephanie has in Matt's office.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna, with 4 chairs, I would have to definitely do 2 chairs.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the idea of it being like a sitting. Because it'll be like that. It's literally, so it could be like a side table. It wouldn't be a horrible option.
Not
Doesn't
too bad.
function for us right now, but I would say this third option in the bottom is probably, but it kind of makes me want to do a white table.
I agree because it'll pull in with the white chairs as well.
So
I love that table.
it doesn't exist. That's the problem with AI is it gives you all this stuff, but I love that it has like whatever this interesting rattan element in the bottom, we could do the little Google image search. Small wood round table with jute. Let's see what we get. This little scalloped table is cute.
Maybe too much scallop with your scallop.
I know, but it's cute. Yeah, you don't want it to feel kitschy because you repeat.
Another thing that's expensive is tables. So we'll probably find something on Facebook Marketplace.
Yes, but throwing up an example. I mean, honestly, even something like this, like, I know it's,
I love that.
I wish it was like a hit, like what?
I'm
size?
afraid if it's bigger, it's going to overpower the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you need a
Oh, that
smaller.
actually doesn't too bad. Honestly, doing a round table, coffee table like that might work.
With the rattan chairs. Rattan.
Where the kids.
How do you say rattan?
Well, if you're from Texas, you say rattan.
Rattan.
But maybe if you're up north.
Okay, try it. I love it.
You like the coffee or the side table? It comes
I like
in
the side
both.
table. I feel like that's it.
Well, unfortunately, it's $700, so we're gonna have to either find it or
I think you could find something like that at Home Goods, honestly.
yeah. Sometimes to like TJ Maxx, Home Goods, like places that resell. Those are the best places to find stuff like this. Yeah, that looks great. What are your
Okay.
thoughts?
We did it. I think we're done.
Okay, let me throw this up on the top one. I thought I was gonna need more space, but I think it's okay. Hurrah! See, it can get cluttered pretty fast. So I think I'm gonna make this lamp a little smaller.
Just move your tables down.
I'm gonna move this up, and this
Down.
down and shrink it down a little bit. Maybe I make this smaller and do more tiles so you can kind of get the.
Do the tile on the other side.
What is that?
Over here.
Over here?
Yeah. So you get the idea.
Well, if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do it all the way across.
Yeah, just do it all the way across. And pull your rug and your children's table and chairs forward. And this is the other thing you can do is basically pull things to the foreground or the background as you need to overlay.
You are so tech savvy and sophisticated.
Okay.
Okay, well, if you really wanted it to make it look like a room, you could just stretch the wallpaper
Stretch it.
all the way
it.
across.
We did it.
So this is the vibe. We can kind of see. I still have a couple things that I'm mulling over that this would be way too long of a video, but I would like to do something in between the doors. And I'll pop up some inspiration.
And then on the other side, it is a drop spot for
It's a mudroom.
backpacks.
Which we
coats.
showed the beginning of this video. I showed us styling the
Yeah. And that side of the room is also so fun because we have that really long bench, which is why I feel super good about our $5,000
coffee table.
coffee table, which we
can
will not.
We
will
can
not.
find for $50 at an estate sale, or maybe a couple $100s at Round Top.
Yeah, Round Top's expensive. It's the biggest flea market, and people have seen it through Chip and Joanna Gaines, and so it gained popularity.
Yeah.
What's that called?
I don't know.
Okay.
Someone will tell us.
I
They
don't know.
always tell us, and I feel so silly. For
I
not
know,
remembering.
right? And so things have gone up in price. And our friends who shop in Europe and sell in Round Top have said that everything is going through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But antiques and things like that. But investing in those things really do
Yeah, it's stuff that you can have forever.
Forever.
And so
worth it.
worth it.
All right. So I'd love to know your feedback. Do you think we're going to be able to pull this off? What do you love about it and what would you do? What would you update? I would love to hear from you. Make sure that you go check out Desenio, where we got all of our gallery prints. We have the link in the description, and our discount code gives you 45% off art prints and 10% off frames.
They're so cute.
So cute. I'm so excited to see this finish. I'm so excited for my kids to have a functioning playroom after 1 month of being in basically demo. So it's all coming together.
It is.
Slowly but surely.
Yep.
So, you close this up.
Like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you have questions about how to do these design boards, if we went too fast through something or we weren't clear enough, let us know and we'll drop the information in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.